It's me, your Dungeon Master. I'm going to take a couple of minutes before the podcast or the video, if you're watching this on YouTube, begins, just to sort of let you know that we're trialling in this episode, which is episode 9, we are trialling my version 2 homebrew rules for travelling. We all agreed at the end they were rubbish and didn't really work. So just bear with it for this episode. You won't have to be putting up with those again in the future. I may tweak them, I may not, I don't know. It's a work in progress. I'll put it that way. Thank you for getting this far to episode 9. I hope you enjoy this one. If you want to support us, then of course, like, share, subscribe. On YouTube, you can leave comments, of course. You can actually leave comments on the podcast as well now. So wherever you get your podcast, you should have a little comment section. Leave us a comment, even if it's just hello, and rate us as well. Podcast ratings really do help. So whatever you can do to support us, if you're enjoying the campaign so far. And remember, we got campaign 1 available wherever you get your podcast and on our YouTube channel. And we've also got our new player mini-series, which is sort of sporadic. We're not really doing episodes constantly each week, but keep an eye out for those. In the meantime, anyway, go and enjoy episode 9. Thanks very much for listening to me waffle on. I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. Last time's episode. So, welcome back to Easy Rollers DnD Amion. This is the recap for episode 8. So, last episode, our party of adventurers unlocked a few of the secrets in the castle of the Magisters deep below the ground. They found their way into the castle's magically sealed cellar, and through trial and error along with Rodeo's keen eye for puzzles, were able to solve a deadly word search that granted them access to a teleportation room, and their escape along with the men of the Gauntlet. They sought to take up refuge at the farm before returning to Porthbury, but Opal's hunger got the better of her, and she attempted to get Captain Braxton drunk so she could easily feed on him. Unfortunately, the plan didn't work, and the party were forced to murder him to protect Opal's secret. Though they talked their way out of trouble with the other Gauntlet men, the party had some very serious questions for Opal. We also learnt that our mystery man's name is Forgan. A mystery man not being here tonight, but I have been left some instructions from Tom for what he'd like Forgan to be doing.
Don't kill my character.
Yeah, don't kill my character. Finally, the party set off for Porthbury, stopping at the last inn en route. We find the party at the cottage in the Garden District. Opal now aware of the Crimson Blade being vampires and a package to be delivered to Oro Farne. Opal, as a reminder, you have got 1 day remaining that you are fed and happy. So, episode 9. You all awake to the sounds of birds singing, the gentle warm breeze of late spring ruffling the curtains of your rooms, clean, refreshed, and the smell of breakfast being cooked in the kitchen by Doodle McGuigan, a welcome relief to the horrors you faced in the deep places of this earth. Opal, you awake from a dream. You dreamt of blood, the feeling of satisfaction and ecstasy to have drained the life force from another. You remember the look upon Braxton's face when you first attacked him, the indifference you felt as you took your first taste. But now that feeling is fast fading, and you wake up hungry. As a reminder, Governor Celadon has left you the crate and a sealed letter to be delivered to a Rose Lysiux in Oro Farne. She can be found, I don't think I mentioned this, but she can be found working in a place called the Forest's Whisper Tavern. So I leave it over to you guys. What would you like to do? How do you want to proceed? There are a few... Go on.
I was just going to say, I don't think anyone spent any money as such, did they?
Not since you come back, no.
Yeah, no.
On the point of money, there are a few things worth noting. Oops, that's the wrong tab. Was it Shift and Tab when you lose your pointer? There it is. So you were going to go... I think the plan was to go to Oro Farne. On the subject of spending money, it's 2 weeks away. So far the weather's been quite pleasant. It's, as I said, sort of late spring, early summer. Here in Porthbury, as it's right next to the sea, you do sometimes in the morning get a bit of a fog, the occasional bit of mizzle. But the weather is warming. there's potential for rain, so you need to think: have I got gear? It's a 2-week journey. There aren't really any rest stops along the way, so you will be sort of exposed most of the time. Do you have gear to accommodate for that? Do you need to go and buy some? Also, while you're travelling, do you want to be hunting and foraging on the road? Or do you want to just go and equip yourselves with the basics? Or if you want to spend a little bit of extra gold, you could sort of give yourselves nicer things to travel with. So like finer foods, like salted meat, for example. You could take a cask of wine or an ale or something like that, rather than, trail mix, water, jerky, that sort of thing. So there's a few sort of considerations you might want to make prior to your journey. And as I sort of said off camera, of course, the whole point here is, unlike Vaybaba, our previous campaign, we'd sort of glossed over travel. I wanted to give you more a sense of scale on this one, hence why I'm sort of really sort of saying, you might want to get these things for travelling to make more, the most of it. We have the travelling rules, which I've updated. I'll go back over with you in a moment when we do come to that. Again, just to give you a sense of scale and something to track, rather than just, yes, we have hordes of money and we're not really using it. So,
Okay. What was the inn again? Sorry.
The inn,
or a farm with a rose, is that?
the Forest's Whisper.
Right, so I'm going to take some money out of my hidey hole and get us.
Is that what you call it?
Yes. I'm going to take some money. I'm going to go shopping for good supplies.
You want to go for the sort of more expensive but luxurious items.
Yeah.
Cool. I think the official ruling, but I'm not using that, is it's 1 gold per person per day, or depending on the level of comfort you want. So 1 gold would be like your standards. So I've said 2 gold per day for the more luxurious items. So it's 14 days times 2, because it's 2 gold each day. 28 gold to spend
times 5.
No. I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to keep it with, it's 1 cost per day, not per person per day.
Right, okay. Yeah.
So we just a flat 28 gold, and that'll be enough nice things to get you there over the 2 weeks. So you
could just pick me up a bottle of linseed oil or walnut oil. That'll do me fine.
Okay. Right, so I'm going to get 3 weeks worth.
3 weeks worth. Okay, stick another.
And some oil.
If you're getting 3 weeks worth, then it's an extra 14.
42. Right.
Yeah, there you go. Maths.
No, I'm going to take that from our stash. Not my own. So, where's that gone? Yeah, that's done then. And the oil full.
Yeah. So you head off into the town, do a bit of shopping, come back with all the supplies that you want. What about travelling gear? So obviously, you got your food sorted. I don't think Gottle's going to have to worry too much if it's rained or something like that. I think Gottle's probably all right.
Well, that's why
I'm guessing WD-40 as well.
Well, that's why I've asked you to get the bottle of oil. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's fine. The rest of you, though, might want some, if you went to, say, Go Outside, I think it was called, they sell, treated cloaks, so like a full cloak that's the whole length of you, hood, and it's sort of treated with, wax and such to keep you dry. You can get ones which have a nice fleecy lining as well, for warmth.
I'll get 4 of them.
4 of those. They are 20 gold each.
Yeah.
They are not cheap, but they will do the job to keep you warm and dry. I believe you had tents. Did you have a tent?
Yes, but we had them on us when we was in Majesty's Keep, so I don't know.
You would have, unless you dumped them, you would have brought them back. You would have probably got them all dried out by now as well, because they were submerged in that in the catacombs initially, weren't they?
Yes.
But yeah, if you're quite happy you've got those supplies, that's fine.
Yep.
And it's up to you how you proceed. So Forgan, basically, whenever you're ready to go, he's just going to inform you that he's got a few tasks he needs to be doing in the town and he's going to go off and deal with that with the intention of he'll get himself a horse and catch up with you.
Okay. Right. So I'm going to sit at the table and get our butler to make me some bacon, perhaps.
Yeah.
And so we need to get this chest going, guys. To Oro Farne.
I was thinking of leaving right away, or is there stuff we need to do in town?
I've already got the supplies, but if you need to do anything, I can wait around. I won't mind going straight away.
Yeah, I don't think in particular.
What time
Do we
is
need
it?
to-
Are we staying, or are we leaving in the night or in the morning?
It's still morning, so it's probably best to get going straight away. It's still morning.
It is still the morning. Yeah, I mean, by the time you've been off down the town and picked up a few bits, we'll call it sort of like later morning, 10:30, something like that. But not so late that, you know, you have to worry about other things like lunch and such.
Okay. But yeah, I think we should go straight away to get on the road, get going. Unless there is any need needs to be in town.
Little girl, is there
Okay.
any particular sort of animal that will serve as a better top-up for you than any other?
The best is humans, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm not taking lots of them with me so you can drink them. No. But if you could, I could make do with a pig or a cat. Well, a cat would be good, yes.
I can always hunt for deer.
Right, so I don't need to bring along a cat.
No, it's fine. I will hunt, and don't worry. You don't need to worry for your safety.
I'm not worried for my safety. You'll break your teeth on my bloody
No,
neck.
I mean for the rest of the group's safety.
I'm not
I
that
will...
worried about the rest of the group, but it's one of those things.
Thank you for asking, but I'm sure there are plenty of animals in the area.
I know, but can you catch them when you're feeling grouty and nouty and all pretty damn dude?
As you're having this conversation, the butler's sort of just sort of doddering around you, sort of a duster, taking cobwebs out the corners of the room.
I mean, we could take the butler with us.
Look at him, and I like
Pack lunch.
come closer.
The butler is off limits. We're paying too much.
It's like a joke because his ear dropped.
What's that, my dear? I didn't hear you. I'm getting a bit deaf.
You can come closer if you want.
And he leans into you and says,
whisper.
"What?"
Just give me your ear. Give me your ear. I will whisper it to
He
you.
leans in with his ear, and you can see it's that little vein in his neck just gently throbbing.
I just laugh and push him away.
Oh!
I push him and he's like going woo.
Oh, so as you push him, it's enough that he sort of like falls backwards and he's on the floor.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, my hip!"
He's so old, there's probably just dust in there.
Right. Well, think of it like milkshake powder, you just add fluids.
We can get blood in if we go to a slaughterhouse. We can get blood with us.
A slaughterhouse would be a good place to go.
I mean, do you want to top up before we set off? That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
maybe you can go to slaughterhouse and ask for a couple of flasks of blood, and just tell them it's for if they ask like for a component for a spell.
Are you going alone, or are you taking everyone with you? How do you guys want to do this? I haven't got a slaughterhouse because it wasn't everything I sort of thought in town planning I'd need a slaughterhouse. So we'll say there is a slaughterhouse probably down near the docks in the sort of more industrial area.
Wouldn't it be worthwhile talking to your blade friends to see where they get their blood? Because I don't think they're murdering people.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I think they've got willing people.
Hold on, I have a name for the bloke that you spoke to when you first came here. I just have to find him in the notes.
Oh, the one that took a liking.
Because you can, a lot of my species use willing people that.
What,
they
like a
are
slave?
No, willing. Like if somebody who is willing to help.
Sometimes people get it in their heads that it carries a certain amount of prestige.
I can't
Being
find
called
his,
on to serve, you know.
It's
I've
definitely
encountered it
Dave.
before.
Is
They
it?
like
Well,
to think they're
maybe
helping out royalty and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Bloody
Yeah.
maybe
leeches.
see if we can find one of them.
Yeah, if we find somebody willing, but we need to feed them like properly because we don't want them to be weak.
Antonio was his name, the guy that brought you here. Antonio de Boss.
Can we ask, or is it?
He's on gate duty today. He's guarding the or he's watching the gate of the garden district.
Because he understood that I'm a vampire, did he?
I don't
Because
think I didn't give a name to whoever noticed you when you came in. It wasn't him, because I used a different voice. It wasn't him. He spoke that sort of like more Spanishy sort of accent, and I kind of have to try and remember how to do this. I can't remember how his accent was.
So can I find him? Because
Yeah, he's there
because
he's on the gates.
So yeah, maybe I can go and ask him before we leave and see what he suggests.
I'm trying to get that voice in my head for the bloke that's in Benidorm, the Spanish barman. I cannot for the life of me get his voice in my head. Hello, boss. Something like that, wasn't it? So yeah, you go up to him, up to Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, little one.
Hello.
What can I help you with?
Ask you about me.
You're either breaking up or you're. I think you're breaking.
Sorry, I'm looking down. That's why. So my group kind of knows about me, and they're a little bit concerned, and they're asking if I can have something with me that I can eat without them being in danger. And I was wondering, what do you do to satiate your hunger?
Well, sometimes we will take out the wrongdoers of the city. Those who are doing bad things, we make them disappear. And this is how we feed ourselves. You may have heard in the news sometimes a body is found. A less reputable person with the bite marks. Well, that is us. We take them out. The guard look the other way because they are criminals. Probably petty criminals, maybe. But it is much better this way than we eat someone who is undeserving.
That was what I was doing too.
But we
So
have
far.
donors too. Sometimes people will offer themselves to us.
Yeah.
We don't kill them. We tap into them every now and again.
Yeah. That's what I was doing so far, but I think my group is a little bit worried, so I need to reassure them somehow. Do you know anybody that is a donor that it is happy to come with us for a trip, for a nice vacation, all paid?
Hold on, I'm trying to get my mouse back again. There it is.
Some tea.
Tea?
You can put the kettle
Oh. No, she's gone.
The kettle is coming.
She's in the freezer. Let me see. I'm trying
Take her out quick before she gets frostbite.
I'm just trying to find somewhere that would probably. Yes. You could try at the Saint and Goblin. It is a disgusting looking tavern, but we sometimes find willing donors there. They are less fortunate people, and for a price, they are willing to part with a little blood. I keep losing you, Boehner. I don't know what's going on with your mic.
Yeah, I do. So I thought it was my mic. I've been playing with my settings, but
No, I think I forgot. I was talking, and because I tried to pick up my book, I kind of released the push to talk button.
I know you're definitely still there. It's just it like has that sort of like weird tonal
Can you
noise.
hear me now?
Yeah. It kind of
What
sounds like
about now?
it just sounds like a bit of a loose connection every now and again. That's all. But anyway,
Yeah,
let's not get bogged down with that.
Okay, let me just write down this name.
Yeah, it was I've just sort of made this one up. Well, I haven't made it. It's written into the thing. But the Saint and Goblin you could try for getting hold of somebody who might be willing to part with a little bit of blood. Whilst Opal's having that conversation, what's everyone else up to? Just preparing yourselves, I presume?
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe repurposing some empty wine bottles by packing some straw outside them and tying it around to insulate them a little bit. Keep them from getting too warm.
Yeah,
That kind
absolutely.
of thing. Got the feeling they might come in handy later.
Yeah, absolutely. You got your horse and cart. I presume. I don't think you'd have the horse and cart in the actual garden district. I think it'd be probably stored somewhere else, and then you could have it brought up to the gate, put the crate into the back of it or on the back of it. One thing you might want to consider as well would be, I think it was just a normal open cart, wasn't it? You could potentially look at having that upgraded to one that's a bit like an old Wild Westy style, with a tarp over the top, that you could possibly use as shelter if you needed to whilst you're travelling.
yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. When you go to pick it up, I won't charge you extra because it's being done on behalf of Albertus, so they'll allow you to take an upgraded version. Are you all sort of like together in the town, or have you sort of split off? Because there's a couple of bits that you notice while you're in the town.
I was actually going to see what was the guy called? I forgot to write it down. Unfortunately, apologies. The fence. I guess
The
it
fence.
was part of the bad guys, not the bad. No, the thieves that we caught, and then we had a meeting with the big one.
Oh yeah. What the I think he was a. What did we call him? Was he he was an orc or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a giant orc.
I can't remember. Where would that be? You had to meet it. You wanted to know his name?
Yeah, because I think he
crikey.
said about us being able to sell our stolen goods. We got a chest of gems, Jesus Christ, and some silver plates.
I don't know what his name was off the top of my head, and it's in some document from that episode, so I'd have to go fishing for it. But I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll save that for when you're back in Porthbury. That gives me time to look that up, and we'll find out what it was called, and you can arrange a meeting.
Okay, then whilst at the table, I'll draw out Pixis and see if there's any reaction from him. Jesus.
Well, it's not actually really a him or a her. It's kind of is androgynous the right word? Where it's kind of like you can't. There's no indications of whether it's a man or a male or a female. It's just it could be either.
Okay.
But no, just like usual. If you try and focus on it and communicate with it, it just it will speak to you in sort of to say, Pixis incomplete. More. Kind of, it can't put sentences together. It's kind of like more broken sentences, just words to sort of portray what it's thinking or feeling.
Nice. That's fine. I was just doing that because I want to make its own page for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Just organising. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just waiting to go.
All right, well, if,
I'll tell the guards to go get the course and cart.
yeah, they'll do that for you. They will expect a bit of coin for their efforts, but they will go and get it. If there's anybody else want to talk through anything or anything you want to do,
I'd like to go to the tavern before we leave.
yeah, you can head on down there. Let me find the appropriate document. So it was called the Saint and Goblin, and it's run by a dwarven female and her husband who is a goblin, Mrs. Grace Snots and Mr. Knob Snots.
Okay.
And I realise now I said it out loud, Mr. Knob Snots sounds fucking awful.
Yeah, go in.
Yeah, it's really, it's not very nice. It's like a proper spit and sawdust type pub. You know, it's very run down. It looks like mould and water have been running down the walls, that sort of thing. You know, really on its last sort of days. It needs to be shut down kind of place.
And do I see any people in there, or?
Yeah, there's what looks to be, I suppose, what would really be dock workers. Probably a few like naval sort of people, sailors. Maybe somebody being sick in the corner from drinking too much, even at this earlier hour. Prostitutes would be hanging around in here, sort of trying to pick up sailors for a bit of gold. And that's probably the sort of person you want to be picking on. And indeed, if you get a closer inspection, you can see a few of them do have puncture marks.
Okay. So, from those that they have the puncture marks, I want to see who looks kind of healthier. You know, they're not healthy here, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
very
not.
run down.
They're not. The prostitutes aren't. They don't look scabby because they're trying to attract these men. They're not, you know, horrible looking women.
No, I mean, like, if they are not fresh marks, or, you know, they're not freshly...
There's one or two that have no marks at all. Some maybe fresher marks than others. But take your pick, and you can have whichever one you want.
Picky.
So I go to one that she has, like, older marks.
Yeah.
And she looks fine, healthy, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
I don't want to kill her. And I go like, hello, Mrs.
She's dressed up quite nicely, you know, quite a nice, like a, I don't know what sort of, what would it be called? Like one of those old sort of Western style dresses, like the hoop style dresses. It's quite tight at the top, but then bunched right out at the bottom. And she looks at you, and she's sort of fanning her face, and she's got long curly hair, quite pale in complexion. And she sort of looks at you and, what do you want, you little brat?
So I have been sent here by, what is his name? What was his name?
Antonio.
By Antonio, and he told me that you might be able to help, and that means that you can have a little bit of money too.
She rubs the mark on her neck. Well, you're one of them.
Fortunately, yes. I didn't ask for it, but...
Well, yeah, it comes at a price, though.
2 gold?
2 gold? You're having a laugh. Makes me feel really ill afterwards. No, it's 500 gold.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, really. It bloody hurts.
I can give you 5 gold, and I can book a really nice hotel for you to stay and relax for a couple of days.
Why?
Nice,
well, you could just give me 500 gold and I'll get myself a hotel.
Because if you have taken 500 gold from Alessandro, what's his name, you wouldn't have been here now.
Well, how do you know? I could go wherever I like.
Yeah, but you wouldn't work. You would have gone somewhere else.
I think this is a persuasion roll. Come on.
Give me a second. I will do an intimidation roll. Look, I'm here for business, and I don't want to hurt you, of course. That's not my goal. But I might look small, but I'm not stupid. So I want you to treat me with the same respect I treat you. What is intimidation? 14.
14. Let me roll. Look, I'm giving you respect, all right? It's 500 gold. It's not very nice for me. It'll put me out of business for the rest of the day. And probably tomorrow as well. 500 gold or nothing. I'm sorry. That's it.
Look, I'm not stupid. I might be small, but you don't make 500 gold a day.
No, I don't make it every day because I don't let them do it every day. How much gold have you got?
I've got 10 gold. That's my
10 gold?
Yes.
Mildred! Mildred! And this slightly scabbier looking woman comes over and she goes, yeah, what is it? This one here said she'll pay 10 gold if you let her drink you. Oh, go on then, lovey. Give us your 10 gold.
I'll drink you first.
Who are you talking to? The older or the more expensive one?
Yeah. No, the older. I don't care. It's blood.
Yeah, but you said I'll drink you first. Who are you talking to?
I'll drink her first before I give her money.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. That's fine. All right. Well, yeah. All right. Let's well, let's not do it here. Let's go out the back or something. Yep. All right. Cool. She'll lead you off to like the back area of this pub. There's old barrels just lying around, broken sort of furniture and that. And she'll let you have a drink. Roll the D4, I think it was, off the top of my head.
I think so, yeah.
Let me have a look in your rules for it. Where did I write them?
3.
3. That's going to be... I don't think it's in there, is it? Oh, it's not in there. 3 is 3 days. So you're happy and you've got 3 days... basically to remain happy for.
Thank you very much.
Let me just double.
Here's your 10 gold.
Yeah, she takes it and she's quite sort of run down from it, so she sort of staggers off basically.
I said to her, let me, because you're very kind and you didn't try to trick me, I would like to get you a room to a nice hotel for a couple of days so you can relax and have a nice bath and eat something decent.
She's very keen on the idea, but I'm slightly concerned that you've just given her all your money. So I'm not sure how you're going to book her into a hotel.
Who says I was honest?
Fine. Yeah, fine. If you've got more money on you and you want to book her into a hotel, you can find it. Well, it wouldn't be a hotel. It'll be one of the nicer inns. In fact, it'll be that really posh one that's up near the Garden District called the Happy Crown, run by Miss Casey Crapper.
Yeah, go to Mrs. Crapper. Hey, Crapper.
Oh, hello, darling. Yes.
I have a very nice lady that she's need of a couple of days of recuperation. I don't know.
Recuperation.
Yeah, this. Yep. And she's really lovely. She had some misfortunes in her life. So if you can help her, please. And I give her like 5 gold pieces. And I say, if you can give her a bath and maybe she can stay here a couple of days, have some decent food.
And she sort of takes in this woman and she's like, oh my, yeah. Yes, don't worry, we'll get her tidied up. But yes, thank you, my darling. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What is your name?
Mrs. Crapper to you?
No, no, no. I forgot to ask the other lady's name.
Oh, the one that you fed on. I did give her a name. Mildred, I think I said.
Oh yes, Milford. Okay.
No, not Milfred. Mildred.
What?
Mildred. Mildred. Not MILF. I don't know. If anyone's out and about in the town, you'll come across there is. I mean, I don't know if you're all sort of like, as you're preparing to leave, you'll notice there is what looks like an elderly woman selling. You know those umbrella hats? No.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you do know. Yeah. Okay. The umbrella hats, basically. She's selling those, but you can obviously tell she's made these herself. Like a little wooden circle that goes around your head with the little sticks that go up and then attached to like a paper hat almost, like a conical paper hat. And she's selling these, and she's sort of shouting. Where are we? That one. She's sort of shouting. The Tressim are coming! It's the Great Migration! Get your hats! Get your hats!
The Tressim?
Yeah, if you want to ask her about it, you can.
Yeah, okay.
Get your
I don't know what to deal
hats!
What is a Tressim?
You don't know what a Tressim is?
I wouldn't be asking.
Well, you know what a cat is, don't you?
Yes.
It's a cat with wings. They migrate.
Right.
They migrate in the summer. They come from Alexandria, and they migrate to come here because it's too hot for them there. So they fly here to Melith, and they take up nesting in the forest by the Red Steppe. But you know what cats are like? They shit everywhere, don't they? Well, now imagine a flying cat. Hence why I'm selling these lovely hats.
Would
you have any
I know anything about it?
Everyone spoke at once then.
I said, do you have any pocket crossbows for sale?
No, I don't actually. That's a good idea. Maybe I should do that for next year. There is a shop in town that would sell that sort of thing.
No, it's all right. It was just a suggestion for a business expansion. You can cut me in for 5%.
Okay, I'll speak to my husband when I go home later. I'm sure he'd be happy to talk it through with you. Have you got a card?
I've got a whole deck of cards.
Oh, lovely. Has it got your contact details on, lovey?
No, just the two of spades.
Oh, where can I find you then?
Where can I find you? That might be the easier way, because I tend
Yeah,
to move around a lot.
Oh, I live under the little bridge down the bottom where the stream is.
A little bridge. Excellent. You're sure to remember that. Are any pubs nearby there?
The Drunken Fungus is nearby.
Right, bridge by the Drunken Fungus. Righty-ho.
You find me underneath there. I've got a little basket with all me stuff in it. I've been homeless for the last couple of years. My husband disappeared. I don't know where he ever went. He went out for one day for a walk and he never come back. And then the next thing I know, I've got bailiffs at my door trying to chuck me out. Well, they did.
Have you ever thought of maybe collecting these flying cats and maybe looking after them all?
Oh, now there's an idea. No, I just like to offer these hats out to people. You know, try and make a bit of money and keep the shit off your head.
Well,
A flying cat's worth more than a hat. Is there any truth to what she's saying? Do I know from like my travels?
Yeah, oh yeah, you know, Tressim, you might not know what they are, but Rolio would know what a Tressim is. They're not common in Melith. They're sort of a more warmer weather creature. Common to Alexandria, as I said, but which is a sort of a warmer region on the world. So they come here to get away from the extreme heats of the summer. There's Alexandria and Ventus. Well, I think Ventus was the capital of that sort of continent. Was it's a very deserty type place.
Oh. Okay. Right.
You
Yeah, I'm not buying a
did-
hat.
No, you did say you were going to discuss it with your husband, and then you said he was missing. So,
Well, yeah,
how do you-
my new husband, he lives under the bridge with me. But my
All
old
right,
husband
so-
went missing. He's the one who made me homeless. But now my new one, he's also homeless.
right. So, well, you're not homeless because you got your underbridge bijou apartment there, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a bit wet though, especially when the tide's in.
Well, running water. Not everyone can boast that nowadays.
No, that's true. I don't need any faucets. It's all there. You should come down and meet my husband. He's homeless Harold. He's called
Faucets. That's another kind of wild cat, isn't it?
a faucet. Oh, I don't know. I've not come across a faucet before.
All right, you got to look out for them. They only come out at new moon.
Oh, do they shit on your head as well?
No, but they do drop gold coins in your lap if you're very lucky.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, I'll keep an eye out for them.
Jesus, these Tressums are OP.
Right, so, well, I'll be maybe seeing you to discuss that business proposition in the future, but until now, goodbye now. Right, so,
And if you do see my other husband, wandering around, the bastard, his name was Doodle.
What is in the butler?
Doodle.
You have a butler?
Oh, I didn't say that.
No. He said he likes butter on his bread.
Oh, that's a strange thing to tell a stranger.
Well,
Those flying
no.
cats.
Would anybody like to buy a hat anyway? They're £1 each.
Definitely not.
No, I'll be right, thanks. Oh. But the very moment I get shitting cats, I'll come and look you up.
Okay. What you're not going out of town at all, are you? You look the sort that probably go off travelling.
Well, travel might be in the immediate future.
Well, if you're going travelling on the road north, just beware. There's talk about somewhere a couple of days outside of town. There's a giant roaming about the countryside. He's been spotted, you know. Just go steady.
Right, I'm gonna walk away.
Bye.
Giant on the road.
Did we ever turn in the griffin?
I think we kind of said that you did, but we didn't play it out or nothing.
Oh, because there's reward dead or alive. Bigger reward alive.
I can't remember off the top of my head if we did or not, but we'll say that you did. And no, the reward was from the farm. If you killed it,
Right.
you would have had a separate reward
I think
from here.
we got the reward.
You got the reward from the farm, yeah. If you brought it back alive, then you'd have had
the reward from here.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go get on the cart.
Yep, and you've got the upgraded version as well with a little roof on it, so it's a bit nicer for the camping out.
Just need to new rims and undergo in there.
All right, well, Brennan or Gossel, are you guys happy to go? Is there anything you wanted to have done before leaving?
No, all good. All good.
Yes, going to the slaughterhouse and filling up a couple of bottles of insulated blood probably wouldn't be a bad idea to take. Kind of a picnic.
Yeah, absolutely. They won't charge you for it if you go down there. They'll just quite happily give you the blood. They probably assume you're going to try and make black pudding with it or something.
Excellent. Well, I've got my straw-packed bottles there to keep them all temperature regulated.
Actually, I wonder if a vampire would quite enjoy a black pudding. That could be an easier way of transporting it.
No, it's not, because it has food and stuff, and it's not.
Well, I think it's only got
stale.
oats in it, isn't it? Black pudding's
Yeah,
only
but it's
oaty.
stale. It's stale. It's not fresh blood.
No, but when needs must, maybe a slice of black pudding could be a useful thing, Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll put the bottles in the cart. and pack them around with some extra straw.
If you're an international listener and you don't know what black pudding is, go and find out and try some. It's really good.
Yeah, no, it's nice, but I don't think the vampire will like it.
No, that's fine.
If there's any vampires listening.
Yeah. We're sorry to have discriminated. Cool.
Right. Shall we?
Yeah,
shall we go?
that's a light. So, as I said, it's a 2-week journey. So we've got these homebrewed travel rules. Now, I have done homebrew rules for our people listening, just so you know why. The rules as written for travel are highly regarded as being a bit pants and nobody really enjoys them. I'm not saying my rules are going to be any better. They could just be as equally as bad. But the idea was to give that sense of a grander scale that the players are travelling on, you know. So, travelling rules. I think you guys, if you haven't already had a little look over them, I've got a table there. On the road, you don't need to make any navigation checks. You are following the road, so you're fine. Each person at the table will represent a day. So if everyone present could roll a d4, I think that's 4 of you out of the 5. So that's going to be 4 days worth to see what happens, basically.
I got a 2.
A
Me
2.
Also a 2.
I got a 1, so I did.
So 3 2s and a 1. 1, 2, 3, and a 1. Cool, that's fine. So that relates to this table over here. So an odd number is an encounter, and an even number is a complication. And this is basically what you've rolled for 4 days worth of travel. So what's going to happen is you're heading out of town, and you start making your way along the road, and quite late into the first day, a fog sort of builds. You're on the road, so it's easy enough to make your way through it, just following the road. 2 days, 3 days. So on the second day, you would reach the junction for Magister's Keep Farm, and also where the last inn is. Would you like to make use of the last inn as like a safe place to stay, or would you just keep going?
Is that the end of the day, is it? We've got there.
So the first day, and then the second day you got the last inn. So the first day you would be camping. Second day you would arrive at the last inn. You could have that as a safe place to stay, or you could just sort of say, "No, we'll keep pressing on till we can't travel any further, and then we'll camp and just use up supplies." It's up to you. It's a bit colder because it is foggy. It's not quite as nice weather, so maybe you've got your cloaks pulled about yourselves to keep you warm. But if you do stop at the last inn, we'll just mark off 4 gold for accommodation and food. Or if you decide you want to carry on and just camp, then you don't need to mark anything off.
I'm quite happy to carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Yeah.
Cool. Third day, again, it's foggy. But on the 4th day, the fog breaks. It's that lovely sunshine again. And it is warm. You can sort of like maybe take off some of the heavier layers that you're wearing and just enjoy that sunshine. And the 4th day would have you, let me see where we are in hexes, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th day is like a pass, like a little valley pass. If you do have access, I don't know where the map is for Meneth. Should be somewhere in the maps channel, I think. But if you've got it there with the hexes, the 4th day would put you, like I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, the pass onto the moors of Praz Hell. And on this pass, as the valley sort of opens up into the moorland, is when you notice. Oh, actually, I've missed that one little thing. We'll just need to quickly cover as we get into it. When you're travelling, I said there are some roles to fulfill. Navigator, scout/lookout. It can be more than one player. This person or people are responsible for making perception checks to keep an eye out for danger, both on and off the road. A hunter forager can again be more than one player. Not needed unless you're actively looking for food. But if you want to actively look for food, then those roles can be fulfilled. Navigator is for off-road. You won't need to worry too much about it. So the role that you'd probably want to fill at the moment is Scout Lookout. And I say it can be more than one of you. And it's just a perception check each day, just to keep an eye out, and it will give you. I'll allow you to have an early warning of anything coming up, basically, to prepare yourselves. I can't hear you, James. I don't know if you're muted. Nope. We've lost you, James. Nope. That's the camera's messed up.
There we go. Am I back?
You're back. You're back.
It's done that silly thing where, I come off. I was looking at a map that I had saved.
That's cool.
Took it off of Discord and it messes up. But yeah, I'll do look at.
Yeah, that's fine. So basically, we've done 3 days now. Just make a perception check, and it's just going to basically give you an advantage down the road.
14?
14. 14's good enough, yeah. So on your 4th day of travel, you guys are travelling along the road, and Rodeo will sort of notice on the side of the road. Let me just open up the document with it in. On the side of the road, there are these ginormous footprints, and they're deep impressions in the earth. Let's get that open. Deep impressions in the earth. So much so, and they're so big that you could literally lie in one footprint.
I guess that crazy woman wasn't talking nonsense about the giant.
Well, she might be right, or it might just be somebody with a big pair of shoes and a pogo stick.
It's very likely. Can I see which way they're heading?
Yeah, they seem to be sort of going off to the left of the road, which would be west, and sort of into these. So it's like I say, it's a valley. It's kind of these small sort of sloping hills, basically, leading onto the moors. Basically, as you come up onto the moorland, where you've come from Porthbury quite high up, it drops down, and it sort of gradually slopes upwards onto the moors. And you've got these sort of like hills there, which is where it is, and the footprints are going off to the west in amongst the hills.
Can I use my little telescope thing to see if I can spot anything?
Yeah, have a gander, and you can do it with advantage because you're the scout and you had a good enough perception roll.
Advantages plus perception, yeah?
Yeah.
23.
23. You see from behind. Where are we? I've got so many things open now. From behind one of the hills, you can see what looks to be a big foot with a sandal on it, sort of just poking out from behind one of these hills.
Well, I can see our friend. Do we go have a chat or a friendly chat? Or do we leave him be?
Does he even speak common?
I don't know. Do you speak giant?
I don't think so. No.
Well,
No, I
it's
don't
funny you
either.
should mention that because I absolutely don't either.
No. I can only speak Druidic. Actually. Which is mad.
Either Baina is frozen or she sat very still. Hello, she's fine.
Sorry.
You were sat
Oh, no,
very
it's
still.
Sorry, my computer was doing something crazy. That's why I was like, ugh.
That's all right.
The crazy woman, she said the giant was attacking people.
It was looking a little bit dangerous, yes.
I don't know if we should let him be. I'm going to vote for. How far away is he?
Oh, he's about half a mile away.
Oof.
Bearing in mind you did look through a telescope to find him, so
Yeah, I think we'll if it is that far away, that's off the track as well.
yeah, but you could leave the horse there and go off and have a look.
Yeah. Let's go check out the giant.
Yeah, is everyone going to check out the giant, or is Rodeo strolling off on his own?
No, well, I'll go too. So he's not alone.
I wouldn't like to send him on his own. Oh.
Okay. Well, it's easy enough to find him. I say he's got some very big tracks leading up to him. What you come across is sort of nestled between two small hills is a sleeping stone giant. He has grey, rough skin, scruffy blonde hair, think of Boris Johnson, mid-length, very curly. There are strange patterns on his arms, like swirling tattoos. He seems to be wearing some leather shorts with straps that come up over his shoulders. He has a green bi-cocket hat pulled down over his eyes, and he's wearing these strapped sort of Roman-esque sandals.
I'm going to try talking to him anyway.
And if you don't know what a bi-cocket hat is, it's the sort of hat that Robin Hood wore. That sort of pointy hat.
I'm going to tap him on the foot.
Tap him on the
foot.
the
shoulder. No, the
on
shoulder.
The shoulder.
I'm gonna go the shoulder.
He's sort of staring a bit as you do so, but it's like, to him, size-wise, you're... I don't know how tall Rodeo is. If Rodeo was 6 foot, you would come sort of like a bit up his shin.
Right.
He's pretty big. And you tap on the shoulder is a bit like a fly. He's sort of like, maybe a hand comes over, he's trying to like swat you away.
Dodge that out. I'm going to hit him harder, but not hard enough to cause damage, just trying to wake him up.
Okay, well, give me an attack roll then. What are you hitting him with?
Just slam. That's a 0 anyway.
You're going to slap him.
Yeah, just give him a slap. But my unarmed strike, it's 0 damage regardless of whatever. It's 15 to hit him.
You hit him. I mean, you could not hit him, really. He's massive.
And then I'll just shout, wakey, wakey.
As you do so, he sort of rolls. Everyone needs to make, if you're near him, make a dex save as he's rolling over in your direction.
I'm trying to be nice here. 16.
Yeah, you jump back out the way. You literally jump out the way as he's rolling over. Is anybody else close by him, or have you all stood back?
I stood back.
Yeah.
So he's going to the giant. I kind of stay out of the sight of the giant, so I'm kind of hidden. So if he wakes up and attacks, then he can be surprised.
Well, he rolls over, and as he opens, he's got his eyes shut, and he sort of starts propping himself up and goes, "Oh, I don't want to go to school today, Mummy." Oh, and he opens his eyes and he rubs his eyes and he looks down on all of you and, oh, that was a funny dream. What are you doing, waking me up?
Hello, matey. So we've heard little rumours that there's a giant around causing trouble.
Little rumours about a giant.
It's good, isn't it?
I went on a bit of an autopilot and did roll a 5 on the dex save, by the way.
Oh, shit. Were
I
you
didn't particularly say I'd gone along, but I rolled a dex save, so you might as well know about it.
Did you? Were you particularly close to the giant while Rolio was trying to wake him up?
I hadn't consciously gone near, but seeing as I sleepwalked into a dex save.
That's okay. I'll let you off. I'm not going to be a dick and see you squashed underneath. That's fine.
Well, I can talk from underneath him if you like. Hello.
Excuse me, madam.
Well, since you weren't entirely, you didn't sort of state where you were, but you rolled a 5. What we'll say is, you've kind of gone into the, rather than being flattened, you've gone into the crack of his ass or something like that as he rolled over. So you're quite neatly cushioned between two meaty hams.
Excellent. Well, at least it's warm.
It's very warm, and if you could smell, it would be terrible.
So, yes. So, what was your name, giant friend?
My name is Yolgar.
Olgar. Hi. So, my name's Radio.
Hello.
So, we just need to know if you are causing any trouble around here.
Trouble? No.
Attacking
I'm
people?
attacking people. I've not attacked anybody. I haven't seen anybody.
You've not seen anybody.
No.
We saw you.
Well, I didn't see you until right now.
So what have you been doing, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm on holiday.
Holiday? From where?
I've come down from my village, Gurdra. It's up in the Jade Mountains where we all live.
Oh.
Well, you didn't think I just sprung into existence, did you?
No.
Do you not know how these things work? There's a mummy giant and a daddy giant. And they come together. Do I need to go on?
No, I don't need to know the anatomy of a giant. Right, Tim. Well, it's just a weather warning. We've just heard about your appearance, and there's some
A
people that
warning?
aren't as nice with us. Not a threat, just trying to be nice. There are people that aren't as nice as us that will shoot first and ask questions later, as per se.
Where are these people? I think I need to set the record straight.
It's very tempting to send them. But it's not my character. If it was the other one, it would be fine. But no. Don't worry about that.
I've just been roaming round the countryside, taking in the views and the sights and the smells. Do you know how boring it is living in the mountains? I wanted to get away from it all.
I'm stuck between two peaks now, and I'm not getting much of a view.
He sort of reaches. So what is that? And he reaches around, scratches his backside, and you're picked out in a giant's hand. And he looks at you, and he sort of looks a bit puzzled. Ooh, I've not done one like that before.
Well, maybe you've had a bit too much fibre in your diet.
And it talks. He chucks you down on the floor. Oh my goodness.
That's why they say your gut is your brain now.
Anyway,
But, yeah.
I was having a lovely snooze as you come along.
I do apologise. I just wanted to be friendly. But, might want to keep yourself a little bit more hidden when asleep.
Well, I thought I was hidden amongst these hills. Out of the way.
Well, I found you.
Oh, bully for you.
Nice. Right. Yeah. I've got nothing left to ask him. Actually, have you seen anything weird while roaming?
No. Just the usual.
It's been quite a boring trip for you.
No, I've enjoyed myself. Looking around the countryside, taking it all in. Well, I've not seen anything exciting, like, you know. I sometimes see people from a distance, but I never get close to them. They always run away.
Yeah.
I think they see me coming from a mile off.
About half a mile, yeah.
And I've seen some wildlife. That's not so bothered about me.
Mm. Right, yeah. Well, I'll let you get back to your nap. Try and keep yourself hidden.
Well, you woke me up now. I can't go back to sleep now. I'm going to have to go off and
Well-
do something else.
Where are you heading?
Nowhere. I'm just wandering around.
Okay. Well, if you want some company, we're heading. Shall we? We're going to Oro Farne, if you know where that is.
Never heard of it.
No, me either, but we're going there.
We haven't heard of much up in the mountains. Bit exclusive up there.
What do you do when you're not on holiday?
Well, what do? I work in the mine normally. Digging for rocks.
What, special rocks or just rocks?
Rocks. Just rocks. We make things with rocks. Like big houses.
I might take a visit one day.
Yes,
The Emerald Mountain.
Emerald Mountains? I don't know where they are.
What was it called?
The Jade Mountains.
Jade Mountains. There we go. It's one of the precious stones. Right, yeah. Hill giants. Right, yeah. Well, we'll leave you to it.
Ooh, thanks very much.
Right, just be careful, my friend.
I was going to have it. I had a whole thing there. If you said, "Oh yeah, it's that town that's down the road that way," when you returned, you would have found that he was actually he'd gone there and they killed him. They'd have been like, "Oh shit, there's a giant coming!" They would like,
I think, but don't think really it would.
"That's fine. That's fine." Cool. Well, if you're leaving him, he'll sort of let you go on your way. It's the 4th day of travel. So you've rolled your 4 days out, 4 things happening. I'll let you make camp that evening at the end of the 4th hex. So that's, let me see, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll be on to the moors proper for the next leg of the journey. Do you guys want to roll 4 d20s and tell me the results?
I rolled a 3.
I got a 2.
3, a 2,
4.
a 4.
Did we roll D20s, did we?
Yeah.
Not D20s.
Yeah.
D20s, he said.
Oh, D20. Sorry, I was rolling D4.
Oh, that's why the numbers are so low. Go on then, yeah, D20. 3. Each of you roll a D20, please.
Oh,
I
it's
rolled
a 5
D20.
still.
So you got a 5.
I'd still got a 2.
Yeah, and I have a 3 on D20.
Okay.
13.
And a 13 from Gottel. So we got 1. Okay. 4 odds. So that will translate to. Where's the table? Odds. F. 1 even. Okay, the even one. Let's do that one first. Someone feel free to roll me a d6, please.
Like D6.
3.
3. So, do you want to role play anything in camp on that 4th night, or do you want to just crack on? Oh, by the way, in fact, Opal, you're out of you're hungry. They only had 3 days, didn't you? This is the 4th day. You're hungry. Did you want to go ahead with the hunting on that 4th night, or?
Can I have a look around if there is anything? To be fair, because we're in the middle of nowhere, we don't have any establishments, do we?
Establishments? No, not at this point in the road.
So I might have did we bring the blood with us?
I did. I loaded some in the carriage, so I did.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that I did Grima's voice.
There's a difference.
It was look, the accent is the same. I cannot do accents, but it was deeper. Anyway, so can I have the blood, please? Is it still okay?
Well, I put it in a special straw basket there, so it's as good as it's going to be.
So I kind of drink it from the back for now because I don't want to go by myself in the wilderness just in case.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. There are on the travel. I don't know if it's on the published one I gave you or it's on my DM's copy. There is there are some hunting and foraging rules. So if you want to go into that, we can. But if you're quite happy just to drink the
For
bottle of
now,
blood,
yes, since we've got the bottle, let's do it like that. And
yeah,
then
yeah,
we
that's
save
fine.
it.
You won't be happy, but you can roll your d4 to see how many days you can go now without needing to feed again.
3.
Bloody hell, you and Freeze. Yeah, okay, so
I
you're...
know, I don't know what's happening today.
That's all right. Well, every time you rolled it, it's been a 3. That's fine. Yeah, you got 3 days, so make a note, 3 days. Obviously, that's going to come up again before the end of this 4-day period. Did I say... How many days did I say it was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... Oh, 13 days, not 14, sorry. Tell a lie. Okie dokie, so... we had 1 even, didn't we? I'm traversing between a lot of different tabs as we do this. 1 even. Could someone roll me the d6, please? Oh, in fact, you did, didn't you? Was it number 3, was it?
Probably.
I think someone rolled a 3 on a d6.
Yeah, I rolled a 3. Sorry.
You rolled a 3, that's fine. So on the first day, all the kettle's coming into play. That's fine. I think it will. I'll tell you what. Let's have 5 minutes while Kerry's doing the kettle, and then we'll discuss what happened, shall we?
Yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, that's fine. You crack on. You crack on.
Am I able to say that radio ritual casts speak with animals every morning?
Every morning, if you want to, yeah. Every night you make a camp, so it's a long rest, and you can do whatever you want, whether it's preparing spells, casting a ritual.
Yeah, I think you would while travelling.
Is that so? What's the aim? So you can speak to like birds or something like that to get an idea of what's going on ahead.
Yeah, like actually tap into druid stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I mean, you are acting as the scout anyway, so
yeah, I've been navigating as well. We've got off through the stars.
Yes, there is. Did I put? Is that on the DM's version or your version? I did put
here.
Navigation.
You'll gas them all. It's a DC 10 medium if you have a map. Highlight the area DC 10. Allow for improvised methods such as sun or stars to navigate and reduce DC accordingly.
Yeah, so I mean, you probably would have took a map with you, but I mean, you're on the main road. It's all signposted. There are, little roads leading off because there are smaller settlements knocking about. It's not just I haven't bothered to mark them on the map, but there are smaller settlements. But you would know to keep to the main thing. But yeah, you can use stars, sun, whatever you think to navigate by. Not that you need to because you're on a road, but
Alright, I was just going off of radio's backstory of being a navigator on.
Yeah, that's kind of why I put it in there. I thought you would probably want that.
Nice, that makes sense. Wait,
I thought that would suit you.
Just have to keep updating the star maps.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm always thinking about how we work it in. I know you're always interested in finding books on stars and constellations and stuff. I'm always trying to think how can I work it in. Because what is it you're trying to find with constellations?
I think he was just obsessed with them as a kid, and he hasn't stopped writing the star maps out from different locations he's been.
Okay.
So if he ever goes anywhere new, it would just be you'll spend up like a couple hours before bed reading the stars and then making the maps up.
Okie dokie. That's fine.
Because depending where you are in the world, the stars are different.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was going to nip to the fridge quickly and grab my bar of chocolate. It'll be 2 seconds.
Ooh, chocolate. That's a shame.
Oh, thanks.
keep wanting a boost bar, but I can't because it's late night.
Well, you know, if you got one earlier on in the day, you'd be all right.
It's just that the boost bars. So I keep forgetting I've got them in the morning and then go to work and I'm not again.
Oh, what I tell you.
Right.
I just need a reminder.
So in your channel, just type in boost bar. So next time you're tuning in for the start of the game, boost bar at the start of the night. Sorted. Give yourself a little boost.
It's all about the gold bars.
Gold bars.
Hmm.
Nice.
I'm on that.
Yeah. Gold bars have shrunk though. They used to be bigger and
They did.
more golden.
I 100% really awesome. They have released a new gold, like shortbread thing.
Oh, nice.
Bar with chocolate. Like gold bar millionaire shortbread. So instead of normal chocolate, it's a gold bar.
Might have to hunt that out for my whole lad. It's his favourite school time biscuit thing for his packed lunch on a Monday. It's his gold bar.
The only place I've had it is there's a bloke that comes around in a van every lunchtime and sells food to the garages. He's a rip-off though. There's a breakfast wrap and an energy drink for £6.60.
Well, you could drink a peasant for half that price.
Supply and demand, isn't it? There's no shops around us. So.
Well, there's a bloody great Sainsbury's right there.
You try driving down there at lunchtime, mate.
Oh no, it's mental. Right, guys, I was just saying to we're back, and James was asking me about navigation. I said, you know, you're okay, you're on the road, but just if you are looking at the map, I've not marked them on there. There are small settlements dotted around, and so off the main road you would have like little junctions, you know, with maybe an old track or a paved road. It depends on how big of a settlement it is, but there are smaller settlements dotted around that is not on the map because otherwise you'd have had millions of points all over it. So anyway, we've done one roll, which was basically the result was wind. The first day, so the 5th day, you wake up and it's, although it's quite bright and sunny, it's a bit breezy. But because of the time of year, it's not particularly cold wind. It's just windy. It's fine. If it was winter months, then I would be making checks for the cold, but you're fine. So let's go into the other results, which are encounter results. So it's a D4, and you had 3 of these. So I'm going to pick on Boehner. Opal, could you give me a D4 roll, please?
Oh.
Was that a 2?
Yes.
On the road on the 2nd day, or no, the 6th day. Sorry, the wind's died down. It's much nicer. You come across a trader. He's got a bit like you. He's got a wagon. He's coming probably from Oro Farne, and he's sort of trundling down the road quite happily, singing a song to himself. It's an old man. Quite well dressed, looking quite respectable, and he sees you all. You can see he has a wagon full of wares. It's up to you if you want to stop him or he'll carry on past you.
Yeah, I'll stop him.
Yeah, let's stop him.
Okay. All right, my dears. Nice to meet you all. My name is Patrick. And I'm a bit of a wandering trader. I sell all sorts of different people. I just roam the land selling stuff.
Hello, mate. So, I'm radio. This is Opal. There's no one else has got off on this. No, okay. Yeah, let's see what you've got.
Okay. And like in a video game, a little inventory tab pops up. Now he's got some food, drink, things like furs, animal furs, pelts. Unless there's anything specific you can think of that you might be thinking of, and we'll say that he's got it or might have it.
Nothing. I can't see anything.
No.
Good.
Oh, I tell you what I did pick up. I've just come from that elven city up here. But, pardon me, and I picked up these rather nice tonics. They provide you with vitality if ever you're injured.
Health potions.
Oh.
How much are they?
Oh, I'm selling them at 100 gold each. And I've got 6 of them.
I'll take one.
Okay. Nice doing business with you.
I'll take one too. Oh, game is. Do I need one?
I don't know.
Do
Do you
they
need one?
work? Do they work on vampire?
You can be magically healed.
Yeah, I've healed you before.
You have. Sorry, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, you can be magically
My
healed.
brain. There is nothing in the left. Let me see in my inventory.
I completely forgot I've got this.
Oh no, I don't need one. I'm good.
Okay.
Health potions. Right. So no, there's no items or weapons or.
No, he's not got weapons on him.
Yeah. All right then. Well, you have a good day.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
sir.
tips his hat to you and he carries on down the road. Let's have 2 more D4s, please, from anyone. Dan, do you want to roll a D4?
Sure.
Well, I should have said Brennan. Roll a D4.
Say 1.
A 1. That is roll and play.
Fireballs.
Fireballs erupt out of the road. Let's see, that's a D12. Shall I roll it or does somebody else want to roll it? Bit of group engagement.
Don't mind. Oh, I've rolled last time. Anyone else want to roll? I don't.
What did you roll?
I didn't. I've just seen if anyone else wanted to roll.
Well,
before I did.
I rolled, and on the 7th day, you see from just across the moor there is smoke rising, but it's kind of over a hill, and you can't quite see what it is. But there is quite thick smoke rising high into the sky.
Like black or.
Yeah, black. Yeah.
Right. So, right. So that's definitely a fire. I think we should go check it.
Yeah, maybe we
Check
should
it
go, like, being careful before we just go out because we don't know what they are.
Is it like thick black, like more than a campfire?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like if a building had gone up, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's go cautiously.
Yep. Yeah. Steer towards the.
Are you going to leave? There's no road going to it. It's you'd have to either take the cart cross country or just go cross country. It's within the same hex, so you're not going to be, leaving it for more than a day.
I'm still leaving it.
Still leaving it.
Yeah, we'll take it as far as we can.
Yeah, and then maybe hide it.
Yeah.
Okay. It is moorland, so it's going to be quite difficult. Let's have a animal handling roll from whoever's driving it. I wouldn't say rodeo because you're on the sort of scout sort of thing. So anyone but rodeo can make a animal handling roll.
Should I think. I'll check.
They get the other druid to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can try.
Well, I'll give you a little word of encouragement there. So if you're going to give it a try, I'll encourage you in a bardic way.
Didn't we say Gossel was driving it anyway previously?
Well, I had driven before, but I'm quite happy for somebody else to drive.
Okay, yeah, sorry, because I didn't realize.
No, it's fine. I've just given you some bardic inspiration, so do have a go at driving.
If anybody does have proficiency in land vehicles as well, that would be helpful.
Bardic inspiration means you can add a d6 to any roll. Get an inspiration dice. You can add a roll, a d6 to an ability check, attack roll, or a saving throw at any point.
So for animal handling, I rolled a 15 and a 6, so it's 21.
Yeah, that's even the 15 would have been enough. That you're just guiding the horse, gently and trying to encourage it basically over pretty rough terrain. The horse on its own would be fine, but because it's got the wagon on the back, it's it's probably a little bit reluctant, but you manage to encourage it. And after about an hour, you sort of come to where you can see just down in a dip, there's a stable, what looks like a stable and a little farmhouse, and it's all on fire, burning away.
Looks a bit unstable to me.
Yeah, I'll give them towards it.
So, should we go and see if anybody's in danger?
Yeah, there's like no one screaming or putting the fire out already.
You hear horses in this sort of like barn stable-y type thing, making loads of noise and commotion. But from the house, nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna go free the horses.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Let's have a Constitution save because of the smoke.
Oh god,
Is that a spell slot?
Ooh, 19 plus
Constitution.
22.
22 from Opal.
14.
14. Gossel, I'm not going to say you need to make one if you're going down there because I don't think you breathe.
Sorry.
I thought I'd go down there to help because I'm not likely to burn either.
No,
Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
Balls. 9.
So everyone but Brennan, you kind of start choking on the smoke. Maybe your eyes are watering a bit as well, and you sort of collapse down to your knees a little bit, coughing your guts up. As for the others, you do successfully get to the doors. Let's have a strength check to open them because they are barred and broken.
I think my strength is a minus. That's
15 for me.
fine. 12.
Yeah, it's enough, and if Gottel's helping as well.
10 from Gottel.
And a 10 from Gottel, yep. It's enough that you can sort of smash the beam that's blocking the door and get the barn door open, followed by a lot of horses stampeding out.
I'm gonna try and stop one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask it how many people in the house.
Give us an animal handling to see if you can.
The roof is on fire.
18.
18.
I've got +5 in animal handling.
Yeah, that's fine. And you're talking to it with Speak with Animals.
Yes.
Yeah. The horse sort of very frightened. It's like bucking and trying to like get away from you, but you sort of calm it enough. And well, it doesn't know you can speak to it until you speak to it.
Oh, yeah. How many people normally in the house?
Two people. There are 2 people in the house.
Right, yeah. All right, I'll get him go. Get safe.
And he bolts with all the other horses.
Right, yeah, we got 2 in the house.
Okay. Recovering from the coughing fit. How big's the barn?
It's quite sizable. It'd be, I don't know, like 60 feet front to back and then 40 across, something like that.
Okay. Is the roof still intact?
The roof is currently still intact, but it's probably not long before it collapses.
Okay. So through the open door on the inside, I want to cast Create Water, which creates 10 gallons worth of water in a 30-foot cube as rain.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it will.
Won't get everything, but some of it. Yeah.
It'll put as much of the fire out as possible, and probably wet enough of the barn as well that the fires will start to die out.
Nice. Well done.
I pushed the cast button expecting something magic to happen, but it just marked off a spell slot, and that was it.
I don't have that. I've already done. But yeah, I'm going to go for the house.
Yeah, when you get to the house, you see the door is actually open. It's been sort of smashed in. Yeah, it's smashed in. Yeah, it's off the hinges a bit, and there's quite a few sort of tracks leading in, like dirty feet sort of tracks,
but not out.
They go in and out, but yeah, it's and you can see they lead off away across the moors.
I'm going to shout and like, is anyone in there?
There's no response. It's kind of like a thatched roof, white stone building, thatched roof sort of affair.
Old school farm.
Yeah, a window maybe explodes as you know, and flames burst out.
Right. Right, I'm gonna use one of the wild chefs to do wild companion and send him my cat.
Yeah.
And then I'll take a few steps back, so I'm away from the actual fire, and then I'll go into the wild shape form so I can see through it.
With the cat, you will find eventually in one of the ground floor rooms are 2 people, probably middle-aged. They're not elderly people, nothing. And they appear to have been murdered. And there's several. You can see that there's like perhaps a torch has been like put into something to set it on fire and that sort of thing. It's a deliberate act.
Okay, I'll dismiss the cat and come back. Yeah, there's 2 dead in there, so someone's murdered these guys. I'm guessing the tracks. Point down to the tracks on the floor are going to take us to them.
How fresh are the tracks?
Oh, this happened fairly recently. It's not been long done.
And are they humanoid tracks or something else?
They are humanoid tracks, yeah.
Do we go hunt them down, or?
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yes.
Is the stable completely out, like the fire?
It's going out. It's not out, but it's enough water that it's dying.
Okay.
Right.
Did you say the farmhouse was on fire as well?
The farmhouse is also on fire.
I'll use another.
Let's take
another one and try and douse that as well.
Yeah,
I would.
That's fine. Again, it would be enough water that it will start to, run over it and make things wet enough that it starts to go out.
Right.
Why would someone do this?
Well, let's go find out.
Yeah, if you want to follow the tracks, have a survival check to.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
You are like 4 million years old.
True. Sorry, it's just that you said let's go and find out, and it reminded me of Lethal Weapon 4.
Oh.
Where they were about to go and fight Jet Li, and it was like, let's go and ask him then. All right.
You made me chuckle. Someone somewhere has taken some psychic damage.
Right.
Survival.
Someone somewhere has taken some psychic damage.
Right.
Survival.
Let's go find out.
Survival.
Yeah. 15 for me.
Yeah, that's enough. You can, because some of the tracks, where the ground maybe hardens, where it's not rained recently, it's harder to follow. But you do track for about an hour or so, and you come to sort of like a dip between a couple of smaller hills, and you can hear and see a pack of gnolls, sort of eating a horse, bits of a horse that they've taken from this place.
They don't class as animals, do they? The beasts.
They are beasts, yes.
Yeah, so I can't understand what they're saying. That's fine.
Ha! Maybe it's time for lunch.
You can eat these?
Yeah, I can drink them.
Oh.
They're humanoid.
This is the third day as well, so Opal would be getting hungry.
Yeah.
We would be. Can we tell that these were the ones that attacked?
Well, you
there
followed
any
their
sign?
you followed
We
their
follow
tracks.
There's a horse, yeah.
the horse, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take my styrofoam and the archer. All my
Yeah.
clothes disappearing. It's just blue and stars all over. Really, and cast a guiding bolt at one of them.
Cast the guiding bolt. Well, that's why I was bringing up Noel. There are 6 of them.
Only got one guiding bolt.
There are 6 of them. Let me go.
I-
That's fine. So, guiding bolt, yeah, cast away.
Okay, so it is 13 to hit.
13 does not hit, unfortunately. It kind of like fizzles out, perhaps, as it hits. And these things that are feasting on this bit of horse sort of all stop at once, their ears prick up. Because they're kind of like hyena-like, right?
Yes.
They're humanoid, but they're like hyena-like. And they kind of like all stop. And they look around. And they all start snarling. Let's roll initiative.
14.
14.
14.
16.
21.
What is happening
Jesus.
today? Why are we rolling the same?
Gossel was a 21. What was Brennan, sorry?
16, did I say?
I think it is.
Yeah, 16.
I'm just going to roll them in 2 groups. So 2 groups of 3. So 3 of them will act at the same time. Group 1 is there. And group 2 is there. With a 4. Okie dokie. G1, 2, 3. G1, 2, 3. Okie dokie. Gottel, you are up first. You've got some very angry looking gnolls.
Right, so how far away are they?
They're about 20 feet down in this dip.
All right, and are they all kind of grouped together in a sort of loose sort
Currently,
of...
they are all grouped together, shoulder to shoulder, trying to eat this horse stuff.
Excellent. Well, in that case, I'm going to cast Nasea's Mischief on them.
Okay.
So if they can all give me a lovely, what's the thing now? It's, oh, right. Just bear with me a second.
That's okay.
For the 20-foot cube, you can see roll a mischievous surge table, roll a start your turns. Right, so, yeah, I'm going to fill a 20-foot cube with, and I'll roll a d4 to find out what I'm filling it with. 4. So, that would be that. So, the whole 20-foot surrounding them is now full of molasses.
Oh, okay. It's like they're a bit stuck.
It's a magical cube of molasses in droplets, so they're not drowning or anything. It's just difficult terrain, and they're all sticky and shitty and full of molasses.
Yeah, that's fine. So half movement, that's great.
And that's me done.
They don't take any damage from that, I presume. It's just
No, it's just a little bit of an area control thing,
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine. No, I love that. Brilliant. Okay, well, in that case, Brennan, you're up with some very sticky knolls.
I want to shout, why did you do this in Goblin? Just
Goblin?
to see if they speak Goblin.
What do they speak? No, they only speak Knoll, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
They look as puzzled probably as everyone else does.
Worth a shot. And then I'll summon up a couple of balls of fire and cast Scorching Ray. So 1 ray at 3 of them.
Now that molasses on fire would probably caramelize as well, wouldn't it? Sticking. So, are you targeting specifically 3 of them? Are you not all 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can throw 3.
In that case, I'm going to put group 2 has an additional. Let's call it 1d6 burning damage each round, because that's going to be fucking painful.
Okay. Come on, there's a 20, right? Oh no, it's a nat 1. Plus 5, so it's 6 to hit.
6.
So that went badly.
6, yeah, it doesn't hit. But I will let you roll the d6, because the fire would have still surrounded them and then caramelized that molasses. Okay. So roll a d6 for 3 of them.
It's a 4.
Cool. So they each take 4 points of this burning damage. So it's like an area of effect kind of thing, but no direct hit. That's going to put that on there. Sweet. And you hear them all screaming in agony, like, ah! They're not very happy about it. It is group 1 of the gnolls. Oops, that's the wrong button. I didn't want to press that. What have I done? There it is. Right. They pick up their spears and will throw them at... there are 4 of you, aren't there? Yeah. They're going to throw them at 1, 2. Unfortunately, Brennan, they are throwing them at you. So you've got 3 spears incoming.
It was the goblin.
Let me see. Yeah, it was the goblin. 9 does not hit, I'm guessing.
Just not.
Bloody hell.
What?
A 17 and a 19 to hit on the other 2.
Yes.
So two of these things come at you and will hit, doing 14 points of piercing damage from incoming spears. And then we go on to Rolio. Oh, sorry, they'll move 15 feet because they can't get the full 30. So they'll move 15 feet closer. And I said they were 20 feet down, so they're getting closer. Rolio, it's your go.
As a action, I'll cast Moonbeam on the one closest to me.
Yeah, it's the 3 that are advancing, yep.
Yeah, so silvery beam of pale light shines down into a 5-foot radius onto one, and it stays as 40 foot high. So it's just a beam. Well, it would be moonlight, but magical moonlight. It's a Constitution 13 save, please.
Con save 13. Oh, I think they probably failed because I rolled a 4. Yeah, they failed.
Okay, so it's 2d10 the damage, it's 8 and...
What's the size of the moonbeam?
5 foot and 40 foot high. So it's 5 foot radius.
So it's just going to be one of them. Just one of them. Okay, what was the damage on it?
18 in total.
Oof. This one's very, very hurt from that.
Man, it's burning this action from the starry form. When I can find it again. Jesus. So it's 5 to attack. So the arrow fires out of radio and aims to the one I just hit.
Just a random arrow. Where does the arrow come from?
It's like at the constellation, according to the
okay.
starter form.
Yeah.
So at the moment, there's all the constellations on his body of the shape of the archer.
Yep.
And then it just fires you out. That's how I'm reading it. I'm making
Yeah,
it anyway.
that's fine. That's fine.
So it's +5 hit, which is 18 to hit.
It does hit.
And then it's
Opal, you'll be up next.
1d8 +3. 7, 10 points.
You drop him. This guy goes down. This knoll goes down. And his friends are looking at him a little bit worried. But not shaken. They seem to have some sort of relentless resolve. We're on to group... Oh, sorry, no, we're on to Opal. Sorry, to the lie. Opal, you're up.
So I don't want to go to the one that it looks as if it is difficult to walk. I want to go to the I don't want to have any issues walking, and I want to attack with my claws to one.
Yep.
17, does it hit?
Mm-hmm. It hits.
He has to do is it? Sorry, I'm just I think it's a strength check.
If it's strength, then it's 16.
If I grapple the target, then they need to escape, but it doesn't say if it is strength or not.
Yeah, if you're grappling, it'll be strength.
It's strength, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
They rolled a 16.
Okay, so they escape my claws. So yeah, I cannot bite, unfortunately. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, you try and grapple it and it sort of shrugs you away and gets away from you. It's like making that hyena chuckle, like kind of sound as you get away from it. We're on to the group 2, the ones that are covered in the burning molasses. We'll do the damage on Brennan's go. They are going to chuck some spears from their position. 3. Rodeo, you're going to get these ones, I'm afraid. That is an 18, a 16, and another 16 to hit you, all with a +4 on top. So
Jesus Christ.
2
All 3
dirty,
hit, yeah.
all 3, no problem. I said it's 2 dirty 20s and one that's over. 8, 9, 10, 2, 4, 6, 16 points of piercing damage as 3 spears come flying in your direction.
Thanks, mate.
That's all right. Gottel, you're back around at the top, please.
How close are they to me now?
You've got one group of 3. One group of 2, which are now 5 feet away from you. Sorry.
All right. So.
Sorry. Need to make a concentration save.
I'm still maintaining Manetha's mischief, and that group is also now covered in even more molasses.
We'll call those movement 0 then, shall we? Constitution save for those guys, was it?
No, me. I need to make a concentration.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's 18. It's fine.
You're fine. Right, sorry, Gottel, we'll carry on.
Yeah, so they're even more covered in more molasses. They're
I'll call them 0 movement group 1. That is. We'll call that 0. They can't move. They're stuck to the spot. Would Gottel like to do anything else?
Well, that was their concentration. But I think that's me done.
If that's you done, we go to Brennan.
I'm going to back up a bit, having taken some spears. Can I sort of get to the crest of the hill?
Yeah, you can get up on the ridge there, yeah.
And then I'll cast Scorching Ray again. So 3 bolts.
Yeah.
At 3 individuals.
Are you going down on the ones in the bowl of the hill?
Yeah. So the first bolt, I rolled another fucking natural 1.
Oh.
Second bolt was a natural 20.
Sweet.
And third is... Are you kidding? Another natural 1?
Well, you were looking for a 15, so you've at least got one crit on the on one of them.
Does this fucking dice roll anything other than that? Oh, I'm just gonna roll a d20, see what I get. A 4, okay. Okay, so the one that hit does max damage.
Just get physical dice down, that's what you need.
Plus a roll, so 12 plus 8, so 20 total damage. That one guy.
Yeah, so one of these already caramelized gnolls down in the dip. He completely goes up in flame, and you hear the screams as he falls down dead. The other two looking quite concerned, but there's still enough of them. They're not completely done yet. If that's all, then we go to group 1, who are completely immobilized, and they've chucked their spears, so they can't actually do anything. So they're just going to look menacing. They're like snarling at Gottel. Well, all of you actually, because you're all there. We go on to Rolio. Rolio.
Right there with me. So as a bonus action, I'll just move my hands to the right, and the moonbeam will move to the next knoll across.
Yep.
So it's a concentration. Con save.
Con save is a natural 1.
Right, yeah, so do 10 to 10. 4 and 6, so it's only 10 points of damage. So
10 points there, that's fine. He's bloodied.
and then bonus action again from the styrofoam. So it's 5, 13, 18 to hit.
Yep.
And then d8 plus 3. So 9 points of damage.
Yeah, very, very wounded.
Oh dear.
He's not looking very happy at all, that guy. If there's nothing else, we go to Opal. You've got one gnoll in front of you. Well, you've got 2 that are immobilized. One's very, very, very wounded, but in Moonbeam, and the other one is unharmed.
But he's immobilized, is he?
Yeah, they can't move. They're completely covered in molasses.
So I'll go to the one that looks healthier, and I try to bite them.
Okie dokie.
Bite him. So do I need to do a grapple?
Well, he can't really get away from you. You can just choose to bite him.
18, does it hit?
It hits.
Okay, so do you want me to roll damage and stuff?
Yeah, roll the damage.
Okay. 6 piercing plus 9 necrotic damage.
9 plus 6, so 15. So yeah,
Sink.
he's very bloodied, but you take a good draft of this blood, and it is vile and disgusting, and you will gain no benefits from this. If anything, I'm actually going to impose disadvantage on actions.
It's humanoid.
But it's disgusting, and give me a history check.
Sweden by molasses. So she's got diabetes now.
Diabetic
11.
vampire. You don't know the ins and outs of it, but you know that gnolls are kind of a demonic creation, and so their blood is just rank. For the rest of the day, you'll have disadvantage on checks because you feel sick, basically.
It's the first time I tried. It was like,
Yeah, it's not nice. It's really nasty. But this is that third day. You do need to have fed, but it's not gonna do anything for you, I'm afraid. Opal goes. So we've got group 2, who are not so stuck. They can move up to 15 feet, but they have nothing to attack with because they have no spears. They've thrown all those, so group 2 have moved up. They're now with the others. Gossul.
Yes, right. So am I just out of melee range still, or just in melee range, or what?
No, they're all still 5 feet away from you.
So I can back off slightly and just give them another dose of.
Yeah. If you
Maintenance.
dose this lot successfully, then they're all stuck to the spot. They're completely clagged up with molasses.
Well, no, the whole gang of them now must give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie. That is a natural 1.
Right. They can smell apple pie, and it's such a good smell of apple pie that they're all charmed.
Oh, nice.
Even though some of them might be on fire at the moment.
No, I don't think any of them are on fire at the moment. I think you're safe.
Right, so they're all charmed until the start of my next turn. So I say, turn around. It's fine. Look over there, and point them the other way.
Cool. And they're all completely stuck fast, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Brennan.
Brennan.
So they can turn away so people can attack them from behind. It might give them some advantage.
If they get attacked or charmed, does that not break the charm?
It will break the charm,
Yeah.
but because they're facing the other way, they're not looking.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Brennan, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 gnolls stuck to the spot, all looking the other way. 2 of them are heavily wounded. The other 2 are not so heavily wounded. And one of them is in a moonbeam.
No one's close to them, are they?
No, they're all 5 feet away from you, so it's like a square between you, basically.
Okay. I'll use burning hands.
Oh, sorry. Roll 2d6 for 2 of them. I completely forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
And then do your burning hands.
That's a 4.
Cool.
Burning hands ish.
So that's
Range on
that caramelized sort of sugary stuff all over them, which they're making them very uncomfortable. 4 points of damage.
So 15-foot cone.
15-foot cone, yeah.
However many that hits of them without
there's 4 of
any our
them.
guys.
You could just, because they're stuck, you could just move around and literally just blast them. So you would get.
Why not?
You would get. Oh wait, actually, 15-foot cone.
That seems big, is it?
15 foot. The end.
Right,
the end result will be 15, so you get 3 of them. If you moved yourself around, if you have enough movement, you get yourself around the other side of them, where they're looking, and then blast them, and you'd get 3 of them. Or you can go to the side of them and get 2 of them.
I'll go around and try to get 3, as long as I'm not going to hit any allies.
If you put yourself at 15 feet away from them, the end point, which is 15
Good
feet
shout.
wide, will get 3 of them, but not go further.
Good shot. I'll do that because mostly distracted, so I shall cast that.
But they're all was gone. Look over there, and they're all looking over there, and then all of a sudden you're going to appear in front of them and go, "Hi, fire!"
Okay, dex save please on them.
I'm going to do disadvantage because they're stuck fast. That is 7.
7 fails. So they all take 8 points of fire damage each.
They all take 8 points. We're going to knock off one of the wounded ones, and that will put that one at. So the 3 remaining, one goes down dead. The 3 remaining are all very heavily wounded and looking panicked. Probably want to try and flee, but they're stuck. They can't move. Group 1 can't do anything, and that's one of the heavily wounded ones. we're going to call that one the one that you didn't blast the fire, because I just remembered Opal would have been right next door trying to eat. So, yeah, we'll call that one the one that Opal was attacking. Rolio, you're up.
Nice. Yeah, so it's just I've misread. Well, I'm going to misread that I didn't read it. Moonbeam also damages at the start of their turn as well.
Okie dokie. Well, let's do. Well, in fact, I'll tell you what. The Moonbeam you'll move it onto this other guy, and he's dead. He's only got 2 hit points left anyway.
Oh right, yeah. Okay.
So
yeah, it's 2d10.
So
Yeah,
Opal, you've got this Moonbeam suddenly appear right in front of you on top of this thing, but you're safe, and yeah, it drops down dead. You have successfully killed the gnolls.
You see, Opal is literally, you know that she's pale, but this time she's like grey pale, and she's just throwing up.
Yeah, you're just feeling really rough, not nice. That is the 7th day. Nothing else exciting happens. You probably get back to your horse and cart, carry on. That will put you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8th day. Opal, on the morning
Oh
of the
my
8th
god,
day.
I thought exactly the same. Dan, why did you do that?
What was it?
It will be in my head forever.
On the 8th day of Christmas.
The morning of the 8th day, Opal, you are feeling a bit better, but you are very hungry. You also...
Is there any blood left?
Well, I've got a couple of bottles there, so it depends how much you had.
I had 1, so I'll drink the other 2.
Yeah, that's fine. You're satisfied to roll a d4 for how many more days that's going to last you.
4.
Okay, you got 4 days, and that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You'll run out of... You'll be hungry again just the day before you reach the city. But you've seen it approaching on the road. You now come to... directly to the west of you is the Red Steppe. You're quite high, so you are much higher up here, and the Red Steppe is a huge sort of red is it clay, like a red clay sort of cliff. There's a forest at the base of it, and then you got the forest at the top of it here, and this is the forest where Oro Farne is built or made. There are some hilly region off to the east, so the forest sort of sits between these hills and the slopes of the Red Steppe. And way off in the distance, you can see the Jade Mountains sticking up out of the ground, and the Jade Mountains are huge green, towering mountains. I was trying to think of a better descriptive word, but it's lost me. Towering green mountains just off in the distance to the north. But this huge forest spans out before you. Let me bring up the next part. So...
It might be worth us making sure that we do some hunting over the next couple of days to maybe top up the bottles a little bit.
Hmm.
So,
That's true. That's a good idea.
I did also actually put in the travelling rules that combat while travelling was going to incur some penalty, but since we're sort of... I don't know if it's going to be relevant because because I've done the whole set yourselves up with a certain amount of days and activities, then or things to happen, then I don't know, figure it out later. So when you first enter the forest, you have this feeling like you're being watched, not by any physical being. It feels more like an entity of some description is searching your mind and your soul. You don't hear a voice, it's just more of a sense that something is trying to discover your intentions and reason for being here. So, how do you react? Do you answer it with your feelings? If you try to disguise your intentions or give off false intentions, then please be honest about it. You can make a deception check. If you're genuinely happy to share your intentions, then let us know what your intentions are. You don't need to tell the group or the listeners, so feel free if you want to. Instead, you can send me a message in your private channel. But let me know what do you want to try and deceive this thing, or are you quite happy to sort of say no? I'm genuinely here, and this is my reason.
Yeah, Radio just genuinely is delivering a crate. That's it. He hasn't got any other intention.
Yeah, and you sort of portray that feeling to whatever this searching is.
Friendly, I guess. Just on my way.
Yeah.
Brennan's going to assume this is something to do with the forest, and would therefore be open with it.
Yeah, why don't you, because of your ancestry, why don't you give me a nature check?
Nature. That's 13.
Yeah, you would know, in fact, I could actually do it with advantage, to be honest. You would know that elven homes, you were tiefling, weren't you, if I remember right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tieflings and elves have a history together in Amion. Probably their sort of ancestry mingling and whatever, but you would know elven homes tend to be protected by dryads or spirits of the forest, and as such, this is one such spirit who is tasked with these people entering the forest. Are they good or are they bad? You would know that. It's up to you if you want to tell the rest.
Yeah. Sort of turn to the others and say, do not fear. This feeling is simply the inhabitants making sure we mean them no harm.
What do you mean, the inhabitants?
They are likely elves or other such woodland beings. It is a way of sort of assessing people who come in and seeing if they are a threat to be avoided or attacked, or as long as we are truthful about our intentions here, then we should be fine.
Is there anything that we need to be careful of, or the way we talk to them?
If we encounter them, we should perhaps tread carefully. We are in their territory, but this is more of a spirit entity that doesn't really communicate, just has one function.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think we have any particular hidden reason. We're doing our job here that we've been given, and we're going through the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're all in agreement, then with that, then you don't get any ill feeling from this thing. You almost kind of feel welcome, and with that sort of welcome feeling, you begin to notice almost like a whisper on the breeze, this slightly faint choral music. It's not really loud or strong. You just kind of notice it in the background. And it's pleasant. It makes you feel at ease. And I'm not going to make you roll for any more encounters or anything like that for the next couple of days travel. The road winds through this forest, and it's not. It almost looks like a maintained forest. There's not huge shrubs of vines of thorns or anything like that. It's very pretty. There's different sort of birds fluttering about and insects. And the closer you come to Oro Farne, you start to see there's lanterns, but they're not lit by flame. They're magical lanterns, which give us lovely soft glow amongst the trees, especially as the night draws in. And the days go on, just a pleasant journey, maybe a babbling brook somewhere that you can hear, and it's just tranquil and peaceful. Opal, you get to that third or fourth day. I think we said fourth day, and it's the day you know that Oro Farne is close. But it's your last day of camping. You're hungry again, unfortunately. You could hunt in the woods.
I need to hunt after this vile thing.
Unless Gossel's got any more bottles of blood.
No, I think she needs to hunt. She needs to hunt for human.
You can do hunting.
No, I've used up my little insurance policy there. I didn't think it'd take us quite that long.
Yeah, 13 days of travel in total. Hunting. So, could you roll me a d20, please, Opal? So we'll say that you've set camp up for the final night before you press into Oro Farne. If you want to roll a d20. A d20, please, yes.
12.
So it's the final night. Perhaps everyone's sort of sat around the campfire, sharing a story or two, drinking a glass of wine or beer, whichever you decided to take in the sort of more expensive adventuring gear. And for Opal, you say, I'll be back, and slink off into the forest.
Mm-hmm.
How would you say Opal hunts? Do you use a bow, or do you try and use your cat-like features to...
So yeah, I will shift. This is what I'm trying to say. Where is my... So I want to shift to become, like, to get my cat-like features. I'm just trying to remember what I'm doing. Oh yeah.
You don't need to worry too much about the mechanics. If you just want to say you shift to a cat, because it's literally a luck thing. Okay, so over a 10, luck has it that you found something, and with Opal being what Opal is, you can do it. You can just get there and you can pounce on a deer, say. If it was Gottel or Rolio, I would have had them make a roll, but you're more predatorial.
But yeah, I get my cat-like features, and then I just try to look for any footsteps, tracks, and then I try to hear and listen and see if I can identify that there is any deer or any boar or something close.
Yeah, you successfully sort of track down a deer. It's maybe in a small clearing, just eating.
And then I'm trying to approach as stealthy as possible without being on the other side of the wind, so she cannot or he cannot smell me. And then when I'm close, I attack with my claws.
And Opal successfully takes down a deer and feeds. Do you bring the carcass back to the camp so they can eat? Yeah. Cool. So Opal's not only fed herself, but she's fed you guys. Let's have a D4 from Opal then, just see how many days you can go again. It's a lot of rolling. You've got 3 days, so you're fine. You'll be in Oro Farne. It's a lot of rolling. I know. We might perfect this again. I might do another iteration. We might even just chuck travel rules in the bin. I don't know. We'll talk about that in a minute. So that final night of the journey passes probably quite happily. You're all now fat and full with deer. Opal's certainly happy. And the next day, you finally are faced at the base of the Jade Mountains, set there at the edge of the forest, Oro Farne. And Oro Farne is one of unique architecture. Druids long ago and to this day made a deal with the spirit of the forest, Othenoi, the dryad, who Brennan sensed, in which they could shape the trees into living buildings. And such is the way of things. Homes, libraries, inns, shops, holy places, all are woven into the trees. Hollows that have been opened up magically to create spaces that could be used for such purposes. The boughs themselves forming walkways, and the smaller branches handrails, beautifully woven to create a sturdy railing. And that is where we're going to leave it for tonight. That is Oro Farne. The city of elves in the forest at the base of the Jade Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And next time we'll pick up with Oro Farne, a bit more of a detailed description on how it looks and what it is, and get stuck into it. And if Tom joins us, then Tom will be probably out of breath catching up to you on the road. But yeah, thank you very much for playing, listening, watching. We look forward to seeing you again very soon. So thank you guys. Have a pleasant evening. Bye bye.
Nice.